So I've just got in from my first ride on my Ironman bike since the day I did my Ironman, which I think was June 18th, 2023. So that's just over 2 years ago. First time I've ridden my bike since. And the thoughts, sorry, put my bottle down. The thoughts that I have for today are on entropy. And that entropy is the natural state of the universe, which is a gripe I kind of have. And it bothers me, but it's the way life is. And what I mean by entropy, I mean that all of the universe tends towards chaos. So the prime example I'm thinking of right now is I cleaned my bike up after race day, I dismantled it, I wrapped it all up so that it wouldn't be dirty, and it was clean. Then I put it in the shed, which is airtight. No, it's not airtight, it's watertight, etc., etc. And I came back to it now, just over 2 years later, and it's covered in cobwebs. Classic. But she needed, like, it was dusty, needed a little clean, fine. But the thing that got me that was irritating was the chain was rusty, and it just wouldn't work at all, so it wouldn't go round. And so I had to pull apart each link, and I thought it was broken, honestly. So each link that I had to move apart, and some of them I had to apply like 20 kilos worth of force. It was all rusted and solidified and like had lockjaw. But after 4 hours of love and care, my bike was then pretty much ready to go. And then I was like, okay, cool. Now got to put the tires back in because both tires burst on race day at the very end when I went to pick it up the day after. And I only had one inner tube, and I was like, ah, oh, for God's sake, now I can't ride after all this effort. And then I found a bottle on the back of my bike and the setup that I had that was taped, and I was like, why is this taped in there? So I took it apart because I was gonna fill it up, clean it out, and I opened it up and there was another inner tube in there, which was pretty cool. So then I replaced both the inner tubes, pumped them both up, and it worked. And I went on my first ride in over 2 years. And then it was quite shocking because I was super, super wobbly. Just didn't really know what I was doing. But what was funny is whilst I was cleaning my bike, whilst I was putting the bike tubes back on, and now as I finished my cycle, the last half of it, I started to have a bit of muscle memory kick in. I didn't have to like figure it all out from scratch again and relearn. And like, I don't know why I'm doing things, but I'm automatically doing things that I had previously learnt. And I know this is a situation that occurs that where volume negates luck. Because if you build neural pathways of specific ways of doing things, when you come back to doing it again later, it becomes an instinct. And you might not know why you're doing it, but you don't lose everything that you've learned. You don't start from zero. So I guess that's my message for today. My takeaway from this of like, the world does tend towards entropy. Oh, my cat's come to say hi. We'll say hello. Hey, Benji. You gonna say hi? No. So the world does tend towards entropy, and like things will break, and they will rust, and they will atrophy. So like muscles get smaller, and you lose technique, but you don't go back to square one. You have something better off than when you started. And I know in today's age of far instant gratifications, you might have heard your parents or people around you say that, oh, they don't make things like they used to. Things today aren't made to last. And yeah, it's true. It's true in so many cases, because in a lot of ways, fixing stuff up's a real pain in the ass because you need a whole new set of skills and kit, and it would just be easier if the manufacturing has gotten so much cheaper just to throw it away and start again, but that causes a whole different problem. So that's the state of the universe in terms of entropy, and I would really prefer it not to be that way. If I could make a change, I would love to make one project, do it once and have that forever. Like learning an instrument, you know, you learn it, you get to a skill and you never lose it again. Go to the gym, build the body, never lose it again. All of this stuff. Learn to run, never lose it again. But the reality is you do lose it. But the nice thing is you don't lose all of it. And muscle memory is a real thing in the gym. You get it back so fast. And that's my takeaway for today, is if you fall off the horse, if you've taken a break, starting again at what feels like zero, you might be at zero, and that's fine. But you're going to get through those levels so much faster than you did last time because of the lessons learned, the neural pathways built, the muscle, the habits, everything. Um, and so, yeah, that's my takeaway for today. And here is my distinguished gentleman who's come to say hello. Lots of love, guys. Have a good one. Peace.